The Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City. Our sight tonight. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Well, the maturity and poise of a young Jason Tatum has often been talked about. Maybe that's because his parents prepared him for the NBA from an early age in St. Louis. They had pretend press conferences using a hairbrush as the microphone. As you can say, he's been groomed for this, and it's paying off. Guys?
Yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. You take a look at the Celtics. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on. And, of course, there's the Bulls, 2 spots down.
And, you know, for the Celtics, most of the preseason predictions were right on the money when it came to them. I mean, a playoff contender, but not necessarily championship caliber.
I agree. As good as they've been, they do seem like they're missing that true killer instinct that sets the great teams apart from the good ones.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Tatum and Cantor together down low. And it's Walker in at point guard. And for the Bulls, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. White with it. Outside, Levine. You know, for a while, Smitty, there was some talk of eliminating conferences altogether. But the East has begun to turn things around. It's starting to emerge again.
You know, Kevin, me and you have been around a long time. It's going to always flip-flop back and forth. It was the East and it was the West. And I think right now the East right now is turning that corner. In a couple of years, it'll probably be the dominant conference. I like the way it is. I don't want to see them eliminate conferences.
I agree. Good point.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. Brown, and the layup's good off the glass.
And you got to respect how accomplished Brown is down low, destroying whoever is in his way.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Walker against White. Outside, Levine. Some solid defense from Brown.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Working over that in-between area. Gordon Hayward with the size and skills to get it done.
Now here's White. He's coming off a 10-point game against Utah.
And he really made an impact defensively. His 4 steals were huge.
Levine against Brown. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Hayward dishes to Walker. The shot's good.
And we're already seeing a little rhythm out of this offense. They've hit 3 out of 4 so far.
Shoots it up. And it's Carter missing.
Just a little off to start this game. 1 for 5, looking to find some kind of rhythm.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Hayward. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Levine.
And his three-point shooting has gotten a lot better over his last 10 games. He looks so much more comfortable from beyond. There's no doubt he's got the green light to let it fly whenever the shot's there for him.
Now here's Levine. 17 points in his last outing. Here's Porter. Carter. It's good on the putback.
Right there, Carter using his instincts and motor to track down the miss and convert into second chance points.
Here's Walker. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta. Lets a floater go. Hayward can't hit.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
A second chance effort. Levine can't hit.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
The Celtics with the lead. And stolen by White.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
Yeah. White has those short, quick strides.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Boston Celtics. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Guys, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out, though. If you're going to shoot in the low 30s, you're going to end up losing a lot of games.
They couldn't hit a thing out there. With that awful shooting percentage, you will be lucky to win one game in this league. That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
Outside, White. Porter kicks to Markkanen, and stolen by Tatum. Oh, and the jam by Tatum.
I tell you what, don't sleep on Tatum. He has some ups, and I love seeing him trying to electrify the crowd.
Shoots from 8, and there's the bucket from Markkanen. The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Walker the pass to Kanter. Back to Walker. And again, it's Boston converting.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Carter left side. To the inside. Here's Porter. That's in there. Carter with the assist.
Beautiful find by Carter. Sees the floor really well for a young big.
The Celtics have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Outside, Tatum. And a wide open look for Walker. Off target from three-point range. Chicago trailing here.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Walker surveying the floor. The pass to Tatum. This one for 3. It's good from long range. Tatum's got 5. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Now, here's Markkanen. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And it wasn't just the scoring. He also impacted the game on the glass. Terrific all-around effort.
Here's Walker. After the made shot from Lauri Markkanen. Now Walker, his scoring numbers are pretty strong. He's up there at 21 points a game on average. And he makes that one. Bulls trail by 3. Here's White. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
And that one falls for White. And Coach Jim Boylen agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylen, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Young comes in for Porter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Zach LaVine. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
Bulls trail by 3. Now, here's Dunn. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Smart. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
White against Walker. Pass to Carter. Young in the corner. To the middle. From 13. Markkanen can't get it to go.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
So for the Bulls, Felicio's checked in for Wendell Carter. Denzel Valentine comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And Satoransky subbed in for White. And then for Boston, Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. Daniel Tice comes in for Gordon Hayward. And Brad Wanamaker subbed in for Walker. A nice shot by Tatum.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Bulls trail by 8. Here's Satoransky. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Dunn left side. 6 on the shot clock. Young inside. Defended by Tice. Shots good from Young. And the Celtics with possession here. Here's Wanamaker. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
Here's Felicio. 8-point game. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. Shoots over Satoransky. Wanamaker misses.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
And here is Satoransky. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock at 6. Pass to Young. Launches a 3. And the Bulls get it back. And it's blocked.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
While we have the chance, we'd like to reveal the list of the past month's best fast break teams in the NBA. The Bulls third.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
So it's the Celtics now. 7-point differential. Wanamaker the pass to Tice. Tatum on the wing. Fires the 3. Felicio with a rebound. You know, Greg, defense forgiven for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Here's Tice. Chris Dunn making his last shot. Inside. And Tatum the bucket on the assist from Smart. And that's now 10 points for Jason Tatum.
A guy who has lived up to lofty expectations. Tatum impacts the game across the board.
Pass to Felicio. with the shot, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Boston leading by 5. Outside, Smart. Tatum passes to Wanamaker. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3. And Chicago shooting the ball at a 46% clip to start this game out. And Satoransky kicks to Dunn. Young outside. Back to Valentine. 6 to shoot. Tries again. He can't hit that time. And it's Boston the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
They just seem to match up very well whenever they play these guys. You can tell they have a ton of confidence.
Tatum on the wing over Young. Felicio with the rebound. Dunn up top over Smart, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. Celtics lead by 7. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
On the floor for Boston, Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. Then there's Smart, and it's Poirier in at the 5. Now here's Tatum. We saw him with 10 points last game. And too long on the shot.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. But now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude. David, thanks. First free throw is good. Smitty, every team has its leaders, either official or unofficial. What's expected, in your opinion, out of a team captain?
Well, I think leadership. I mean, also have the same, I guess, voice of the coaching staff and organization, and also the voice of winning. I think if you have a leader that can do that, sometimes that leader's vocal, sometimes that leader leads by example, but you usually know who that is.
And so it's Smart. He'll bring up the ball for the Celtics. Shot clock at 6. All sorts of time. Felicio with a rebound. Felicio's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Satoransky looking around. The pass to Felicio. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Wanamaker. To the inside. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Smart. Here's Levine. It's blocked. Here's Wanamaker. Satoransky covering. Bulls trail by 3. Pass to Valentine. Back to Satoransky. Here's Felicio. Off target with the jump hook. Smart wide open. He fires. Good on the triple. Smart's got his second basket of the night.
And of course, this is Smart's biggest hurdle. Sometimes he looks great shooting the 3. Sometimes, though, it's just the opposite.
To the middle. Levine kicks to Felicio. That shot off the mark. Now the Celtics take it the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And Levine, here we go.
You see Zach LaVine in the Bulls uniform, and it's hard not to think of the trade that sent him here. He was a big part of the deal that sent Jimmy Butler out of Chicago.
And with Levine and the Butler trade, there were a lot of critics at the time. But you know what, Greg? It's worked out for the Bulls.
And Kevin, the Bulls took a chance with Levine, and he's developed into a bright young star. Took another risk giving him a big contract after the injury, but he's come back better and stronger since then.
And he knocks down the first one.
A late bloomer in high school, Zach LaVine could still be just scratching the surface of his true ability.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Felicio. Lowry Marketing comes in for Thaddeus Young. Porter's checked in for Denzel Valentine. And it's White for Satoransky. And so Levine nails both of them.
And with this team, Zach LaVine has been thrust into the role of the leader. Still young in his own right, but as a rising star and a large part of the future, responsibilities have fallen in his lap.
Here's Poirier. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Walker's shot is off.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And for Levine, he is the best scorer on the team. And you know what, Smitty? He should be a leader.
You're right. That isn't something that's easy to step right into. After losses pile up, you feel more pressure and want to take over every game. Zach LaVine should be up to the task, but it will take some adjusting.
Here's Walker after the made shot from Zach LaVine. Cantor, the pass to Walker. Over Markkanen. Boston again missing. The Bulls have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Markkanen's got 8 points.
Comfortable on the offensive end, Markkanen drawing contact, but maintains his focus.
Boston with the ball. Walker with it. He's got 6. Brown finds Hayward. To the wing on the left. Here's Poirier. No good on the 3. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 12-3 run. Here's White, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Smitty, for teams that tend to go deep into the playoffs year after year, season after season, it takes, I'm assuming, a mental toll. As well as a physical toll.
It does, and that mental toll is just as hard as that physical toll on your body and your mind. And I think for teams that have great leadership and development of those young guys that can play some of those minutes, they usually bowl well.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. That one is no good.
You talk about players that have transformed their bodies in the NBA. How about Gordon Hayward? Has added muscle every year while maintaining that speed and agility.
And here's White. Kemba Walker hitting his 3 to go. Outside, Markkanen. White inside, working on Walker. No good with the layup. You know, Greg, when he came into the league, Hayward looked so young. You almost don't recognize him now.
I mean, the suit of armor from his time in the weight room and the hair looking sharp to match.
Now here's Walker. He's got 9. From 11 feet away, it's good. Now it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Now White. He's got 5. Passes it to Carter. The tray. The rebound by the Celtics.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Hayward. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Porter, here we go. And that one is good. Porter's got his second bucket.
Versus physical D, Porter shows the determination to get to his spot and finish.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Celtics. Pass to Poirier. Back to Walker for 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Markkanen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. White drives in, and White slams it in.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically. Like the aggressiveness there.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game. Williams, he's checked in for Boston. Here's Walker. 11 points in the game. Kicks it to Cantor. Outside, Walker. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Carter's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Porter, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
One of the things that makes Porter tough to guard, he's in constant motion. Well, the former Georgetown Hoya, Otto Porter, was on the move last season. Traded at the deadline to Chicago, who are in need of a player like Porter who can shoot from outside.
Free throw good, Porter. Smitty, as you mentioned, the need for shooters was something that brought Porter here.
And Porter has been a consistently good shooter, something he's worked on over his career, Kevin. He's young and appears to be a perfect fit for what this team wants to do in the future.
And Porter drops them both. Hey, look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved and looking for his shot.
Now here's Porter. 17 points for him last game against Utah.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heel.
And Levine throws it down.
The question for Zach LaVine coming in, will he get strong enough? There's your answer.
Here's Walker. 11 points in the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And it's sent back by Carter. They get it back. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Hayward's got his third basket of the night. White against Walker. Here's Markkanen. Uses the glass to drop it in. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now here's Walker. He dishes it to Cantor. Over in the corner, Brown. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Cantor. Carter pulls it in.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Right the pass to Porter. Brown against Levine. Carter left side. And it's off the back rim. No good. Walker against White. Shoots from the baseline. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Levine, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Walker. 9th in assists and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And his floor awareness is undeniable. As you pointed out, top 10 in assists, and he's great at drawing the defense and making the perfect pass in stride. Free throw good, Levine.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Chris Dunn's checked in for the Bulls. Then for the Celtics, Tatum, he's checked in for Hayward. And Marcus Smart is subbed in for Jaylen Brown. And so he hits both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Walker dishes to Tatum. Smart against Levine. Second shot opportunity, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
The Celtics have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Bulls making a switch here. Young's checked in.
One shot.
The Bulls leading by 3. And here is Dunn. Outside, Markkanen. Levine wide open. And again, Chicago, no good. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Walker finds Smart. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Here's Porter, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And this is a good time to bring you a rundown of the hottest three-point bombers from the shooting guard position over the course of the last 10 games. Second is Zach LaVine.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play 2 guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
And so consistent from the three-point range, too. That's what I love about them. Their long-range shooting is always going to be there. You know what they're going to give you from behind the arc.
And the Bulls making a change here. Satoransky's checked in. Daniel Tice is checked in for the Celtics. And Porter drops them both.
You know, he was a late bloomer coming out of high school. Otto Porter has really worked on his body and his shot mechanics.
Walker against Satoransky. Outside Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Smart kicks to Walker. Boston needs to get off a shot. The shot by Williams, no good. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 15-6 run. Dunn passes to Markkanen. Over Williams. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists tonight.
Since day one, there was never any doubt that Markkanen could score, but we didn't know he'd be this prolific.
Now here's Walker. He's got 11. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls, Felicio's checked in for Markkanen, and it's Denzel Valentine in for Otto Porter Jr. Boston also with the sub. Brad Wanamaker's checked in for Walker. Here's Wanamaker. Back to Tice. Outside Williams.
Oh! That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
That was nice.
Shifty, elusive offensively. Tatum's scoring potential is through the roof. And being taller than most point guards, he puts that length to use. Example A right there.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Felicio. And the Celtics also making a change. Walker's checked in. Free throw good, Satoransky. 1:21 left in the second quarter. Here's Walker. Tice with the ball. And slam dunk by Tatum.
An explosive player who has no problem finishing above the rim. Tatum does damage inside.
Now here's Satoransky. 52 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Markkanen. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Markkanen's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls. Boston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Walker in the post. Satoransky covering. Walker's shot is off.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Young. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now it's a 10-point Bulls lead. Now Walker, 11 points in the game. From deep three-point range, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Lauri Markkanen getting it done for the Chicago Bulls. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
Lauri Markkanen has been the story in this one. He had 14 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 block. And, Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, I like it, Ernie, because they're just not settling for outside shots. You know, that part of the game is pretty when it's going in. We've seen plenty of teams try that and fail. You got to have a balanced approach. And tonight, they found a ton of success inside. Basketball and championships are won inside out. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, it's almost impossible to catch up if you keep fouling. They need to be the team getting to the foul line at a higher rate in the second half. That means driving to the basket, hitting the cutter, slicing to the basket. Anything going to the basket is your friend.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. Lauri Markkanen having a dominant impact in this game.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Celtics trail by 10. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Very effective off the bounce. Gordon Hayward doesn't care who's in his way.
White against Walker. Outside, Markkanen. There's the pass to Levine. Clock at 6. Outside, Porter. And Boston with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Boston shooting well. They're at 45%. Brown dishes to Walker. Shoots over White. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Walker.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Now here's White. Pass to Levine. And Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
One shot.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. White against Walker. And it's off from three-point range. The Bulls leading by 10.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
Here is Hayward following the basket by Otto Porter. Lets it go from deep. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. White the pass to Markkanen, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Still a ways to go between now and the three-point contest, but it's always fun to talk about it. Let's see who has the best shot to earn a spot in this year's event.
And maybe this list changes between now and All-Star Weekend, but I don't think anybody would be disappointed if it stays exactly the same as it is right now.
You take a look at Porter. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend, but, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And we'll keep you posted as we find out more and as we get closer to the three-point contest once we have our final list of official contestants.
Yeah, it's going to be very competitive. That's the one thing we all know. We got an incredible group of long-distance shooters in this league right now.
And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now here's Brown, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game to stop the run, and it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
No good. And it's Boston the other way.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
He was all alone on that one. And that's 12 points for Gordon Hayward.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
And White kicks to Carter. Drilled from 11 feet out.
The versatility of Wendell. He can shoot off 1 to 2 dribbles as well as off the catch.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Walker against White. Outside Tatum. To the paint. Here's Hayward. And it's sent back by Carter. And so Levine will bring it up now for the Chicago Bulls. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
And what body control. Even when White gets bodied up, he sticks with his shot.
And here's Walker. 13 points in the game. Passes to Cantor. Outside Tatum.
Watch the screen. Watch the pin.
Pass to Walker. Looking to end his cold spell. And he sinks the layup. Walker's got 15 points.
Strong move at the rim. The defender was just a tad bit late in contesting.
And there's the pass to Porter. And stolen by Hayward. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
Free throw drops for Hayward.
From skinny college freshman to NBA All-Star. Quite the transformation for Gordon Hayward.
Here's White. And he drops in the layup off the glass. White's got 4 this quarter. Here's Walker. He's got 15. The dish to Hayward. Here's Brown. And no good. Nice D from Levine.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And the shot is good. He's got 15.
When they go up-tempo and push the action, they are speaking Zach LaVine's language.
Celtics trail by 14. Brown feeling it out a bit. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
For Boston, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
No good on that one.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
Young's checked in for the Bulls. Good on the second free throw. Here's White. He's got 12. Pass to Young. Outside Porter. Back to Young. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Cantor. Young's shot is off. Celtics trail by 13. Down low, Poirier. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists in the game.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Now here's Porter. 10 points for him. Over Hayward. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
2 points. That one goes.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
Walker against White. And Brown over to help. Passes it to Levine. Looking for Young. He gets it there. Shoots over Cantor. Excellent D from Cantor. Levine against Hayward. That's a two-pointer from Walker. No good with the wing jumper.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Levine. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Gordon Hayward.
He's 6'5", but he has elite athleticism. Levine with the size to compete on the interior.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Dunn, he's checked in for the Bulls. Satoransky comes in for White. The Celtics also changing it up. Daniel Tice is checked in for Cantor. And Smart subbed in for Jaylen Brown. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Clearly a foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so Levine nails both of them. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. Lays it up off the glass. Walker's got 17.
That is how he rolls. A prolific scorer. Walker's been calling his own number tonight.
Pass to Young. Fades away. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
Walker against Satoransky. Walker the pass to Hayward. Shot clock at 6. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now, here's Satoransky. Here's Levine. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
Good recognition by Levine. Has the defender where he wants him. Doesn't let him off the hook.
First one falls for him. Boston making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And so Levine nails both of them. Celtics trail by 9. Smart with the ball. 8 points for him. Outside, Walker. Five on the clock. That's good from Williams on the assist by Walker. Williams has got his first basket of the night.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Young outside. Back to Dunn. The pass to Levine. Bulls moving the ball around. There's Satoransky. That shot is off. Walker with some nice D. Boston's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Rejected by Young. They retain possession.
And checking out numbers for Young. This past month, he's really set himself apart. He's averaging 11 points a game, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for a reserve big man, not a big drop-off when he checks in the game.
Totally. You want your team to at least hold court when the reserves come in. He definitely keeps you solid up front.
And he makes the first.
And on top of the talent, the physical ability, Williams, just a coachable kid and really picks things up quickly.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. With a break in the action, let's now bring up the 2K leaderboard and look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games. In the third spot, Zach LaVine.
Quite a role he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Now, Satoransky. He feeds it to Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
Celtics trail by 7. Walker in the post. Satoransky covering.
And this has been an outstanding display on the boards, and it's a big part of it.
Look at that.
Nice. An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
And so it's Boston with it. 1:35 left here in the third quarter. Satoransky against Walker. Not going to go that time.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Boston's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Here's Tice. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got 4 assists now tonight.
This is the patience we talk about. Hayward waiting that extra half second, finds the open man.
Satoransky, the pass to Carter. Back to Satoransky. From past the arc, connects from three-point range. Satoransky's got 6.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Now here's Smart. 8 points for him. Outside Williams. Back to Smart. Hayward right side. Over Levine. Hayward can't hit. The Bulls leading by 10. Young drives in, and it goes down 2 points. He's got 12.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Up top, Walker. Satoransky covering. And here's Tice. Williams for 3, but he gets it back. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for Chicago. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. And we'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Walker and Smart, the guards. Williams is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Tatum in at the 3. Levine finds Markkanen. Trying to get open is Carter. And it's blocked. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Pass to Tice. Dishes it to Walker.
He's been of no help stretching the floor tonight. Just 1 3 in the first half. Nothing in the second.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for Boston. They trail by 14. Outside Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. From about 16. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Young's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Oh!
He went
That was nice.
And we've seen this before. Zach with the ability to put up points in bunches.
Celtics trail by 16. Smart deciding where to go with it. Pass to Tice. The kick out to Williams. There's Walker with the 3. Boston, no good that time either.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Beautiful play by Dunn. You see the power, the body control, not to be denied.
Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Otto Porter Jr., he's checked in for Wendell Carter. And it's White in for Zach LaVine.
One shot.
And that one misses.
We've seen real improvement from Chris Dunn at the free throw line. Used to be his Achilles heel.
Offensive rebound. Tatum wide open. He fires one. The 3-pointer off the mark. The Bulls leading by 18. For the 3. White, good.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. You know, Smitty, you watch Markkanen. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You could see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
Pass to Brown. That one's off. Still out of sync.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening.
Shot's good from Young.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. White against Walker. And the pass to Tatum. Smitty, the NBA now preventing teams to sell international sponsorships. I mean, the league just continues to grow globally.
They have done a fantastic job. Teams can now enhance their visibility with this deal, and their internet makes this all possible when you get a chance to watch these teams all over the world.
Yeah, that's a good point. Here's Walker. That's tipped and stolen by White. Outside Porter. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Markkanen against Cantor. Done. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Tatum on the wing. Back to Walker. To stop the drought. And the shot is long.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
You know what? This has always been a debate. Do you take the timeout, or do you let your guys try to fight through it?
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird if you like. Fantastic stretch 4, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
That free throw good for Markkanen. Well, Steve, we keep seeing new arenas and new state-of-the-art training facilities. As a player, what do you value more, the home court or the practice court?
Kevin, I really think it's the practice court because you spend so much time there. But a lot of times now, franchises have both, the home court and their practice facility right inside the arena. If you can have the practice court at an all-time high, something guys like and love, they'll spend a lot of time there.
Here's Langford. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Langford's got his first 2 points of the night.
And thanks to that bucket, he's finally able to stop that little 15-0 run by Chicago.
Pass to Valentine. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Romeo Langford.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Valentine. And the Bulls making a change here. Harrison's checked in. Good on both. You know, Steve, the business part of the NBA, very strong. But Commissioner Silver doesn't want to be complacent either.
No, he doesn't. He's always been forward-thinking. They're doing a good job of being proactive and doing a good job of just throwing out ideas. And what I love the most, Kevin, working with the Players Association.
I'm with you. Here's Arcidiacono. Valentine with it. Out to the right wing. Here's Arcidiacono. The shot by Valentine, no good. Ogilvy kicks to Langford. Wanamaker misses.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, Coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Passes it to Langford. Left side, Williams. Lets the three fly. Wanamaker misses. Chicago with the ball. They're on a 19-4 run. Here's Arcidiacono. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Well, a lot of progress being made from a technical standpoint. You can't escape it, Steve. Shoes now that can tighten themselves without laces, changing colors. Have you gotten yourself a pair yet?
Yeah, Kevin, I haven't, but I bought a lot of pair for my kids. I do like these type of shoes where there are no shoelaces. I'm a little lazy right now, Kevin, but I love the technology that are going into shoes right now.
The first one falls. And so he makes both from the line. Boston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Wanamaker. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Pass to Hutchison. Williams with the steal. It's stolen. Here's Hutchison. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. NBA gets headlines daily. You know it does, Smitty? Around the calendar. There's no off season, but does the added scrutiny put more pressure, you think, on the players?
Yeah, I think it does. I think now you look at it, everybody wants to see what you're doing in the off season and 24/7. You look at it right now, everybody has a camera phone and everybody is looking for the stars, what they're doing off the court.
Both good from the line that time. The Celtics shooting 41% for the game. Now Langford. Now the pass to Wanamaker. Here's Ogilvy. On the wing, Williams. Pass to Wanamaker. 5 to shoot. Over Harrison. And Wanamaker gets it to go. Here's Arcidiacono. Out to the right wing. Here's Harrison. And the Bulls with another miss. Lets it go from 14. Here's Poirier. Rebound by the Bulls. Felicio's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Hutchison. That one doesn't go. Good D by Williams. Boston's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Here's Wanamaker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Monday, they head out on the road and face the Mavericks in Dallas. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And in that matchup with the Pistons, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
And the first one drops.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Steve, how do you feel about the top college players getting some sort of compensation for their work?
You know, I don't know about top college players, Kevin. I think if you're going to do it, it has to be all college players because it's a team. And I think if you look at it, some of the ways I would love to see it, if those guys can get health insurance benefits, if they can get a longer time to finish their education. I love that type of compensation.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Valentine. Here's Harrison. Passes it to Hutchison. Bulls moving the ball around. Pass to Langford. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
Now, here's Valentine. Here's Arcidiacono. Back to Valentine. Ogilvy grabs the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Arcidiacono, the pass to Hutchison. Excellent D there from Williams. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Boston. Langford misses. The Bulls have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Here's Valentine, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. I saw this the other day, Steve. The NBA now helping to create the Basketball Africa League. 12 teams from across that terrific continent. I think it's pretty exciting.
It is. This is an incredible story. Great for the sport and great for the people of Africa.
First one falls for him. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Boston. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Boston shooting 39% from the floor. Not their best. The shot by Ogilvy, no good. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And there's the pass to Hutchison. Wide open shot is on the money. Here's Langford. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Wanamaker. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
The defense was clearly not on the same page. No one picked up the open man.
Pass to Harrison. To the middle. Here's Arcidiacono. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
That's a well-timed, well-coordinated play. Comes right off the pick for the lay-in.
Wanamaker, the pass to Williams. Outside Williams. Passes to Wanamaker. The three. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Wanamaker's got 9 points here in the second half. The Bulls shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Arcidiacono kicks to Harrison. Here's Hutchison. He's guarded by Williams. Arcidiacono. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Lauri Markkanen.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, hard trying to keep Williams off the boards. He makes it a mission to keep possessions alive.
Here's Arcidiacono. And here is Valentine. Pass to Hutchison. Shot clock at 5. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. The shot by Valentine, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Ojale. And the three off target. Valentine with it. There's the pass to Arcidiacono. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.